Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we'll be reviewing Transformers Studio Series 86. Oh, shit. Wheeljack. Wheeljack here is a package refresh of the Transformers, Wheeljack here is a package refresh of the Legacy United pack, or the 5-pack. That pack came with Trailbreaker, Sunstreaker, Jazz, and Hound. Sunstreaker and Hound have also been re-released. Hound in the More Than Meets the Eye line, the Target exclusive line, and Sunstreaker also coming out alongside Wheeljack in this wave. Along that wave, we also had Kranix, Shockwave, and Astrotrain. So quite a selection. But yeah, here's Wheeljack, looking as lovely as ever. You know, he looks quite nice. I always enjoyed this mold. With this mold originally releasing in, I believe, Earthrise. With, let's see. Yeah, I believe so. Wheeljack here released originally in Earthrise. Got quite a few repaints with, like the Netflix paint job based off of his Siege appearance. We also had a paint job based off of Exhaust, which was the mercenary counterpart seen in Earthrise. Along with that, we also had, we were going to get a re-release of him in Legacy Year 1. We also got a re-release of him in Kingdom. So, yeah, there's definitely a lot of opportunities to get your hands on this mold. The Siege one, no, not Siege, Earthrise one, had orange hubcaps and a lot more detail. This version right here, the Legacy United one, doesn't look, it don't look as nice as the Siege one. Siege one had a lot more decals, a lot more detailing, and made it look real nice. But this one comes with an extra gun, so I guess it balances out. Sure, I guess that's what Hasbro thinks. But yeah, you know, you get 2 blasters. We'll go over these in robot mode. Alt mode wise though, the scope work is beautiful. The scope work in Earthrise was also just really nice. Their alt modes looked most of the time. Earthrise's alt modes were really nice looking. They're very nice. Wheeljack's alt mode is quite lovely looking with this. I can't remember what the particular name of this car is, but I know it was an Italian race car, I believe. Which could explain the colors. Actually, are red, whites, and greens. It looks quite nice. We have a racing number on the side. This panel work just along this whole side of this guy is quite lovely. The hubcap detailing and just paint on the hubcaps overall is quite nice. I'm happy that we have those. We usually don't get painted. No, we get painted hubcaps. What was I thinking? Oh, I know exactly what I was thinking. We usually get these, not mushroom pegged, but let's pop this off. I'll show you. Be gentle not to break this. With these, we usually have this piece. It'd be the other way around. The hole would be on the tire, and this peg would be on the vehicle. And when you plug it in, you'd be seeing this peg. Usually, or let's look around. Oh, it seems a lot of figures recently have stopped doing that, which is quite nice. But let's think. Oh, Prowl. The Prowl mold does that, and it looks very ugly. Ugly tires. Same thing goes for Drag Strip. Drag Strip does that as well. And the tires don't look great because of it. I'm happy they didn't do that with this. Makes it look nice. Back of the alt mode's quite well compact, looking as nice as ever. Side, or I guess the other side, looks quite lovely. The front of the car has some beautiful sculpt work and some alright paint work. The paint work on these guys is never too great, but does the job. The bird's eye view of this guy looks quite nice. We have the windows back here. I think there's supposed to be a window, just like kind of leveling down. Either way, scope work back here looks nice. Underside of the alt mode's quite clean. It's pretty hard to tell that there's a robot here, besides the back of the head and the hand slots. Besides that, though, it's actually honestly, it's just some beautiful underside detailing now that I'm looking at this. I say, like, we have a lot of scope work down here, like wiring, paneling, indents, yada yada, so on and so forth. It looks beautiful on the underside's line work. Not line work, scope work. There you go. Looks nice though. But with that being said, I guess there's not much else I have to say about Wheeljack's alt mode, so we'll go into size comparisons. For size comparisons, we have, we'll put Wheeljack out here. Deluxe Class 86 Wind Charger and 86 Wheelie. Get those turning. Comparing the three together, they look quite nice scale-wise. Can't complain. For leader class, or not leader, Voyager class, we have Age of the Primes, Alpha Trion. Comparing the two together, looking quite lovely scale-wise. Next up is leader class, 86 Optimus Prime. I only say leader class because he had that battle damage release, which is basically just this guy, some damage, no trailer, yada yada. But figure alone's leader class. So yeah, comparing the two together, they look quite nice. Honestly, I'm loving what we're getting here. So yeah, and that leaves one more size class. Let's finish this quick spin. And finally, Commander class. Age of the Prime Silverbolt and Wheeljack. There we go. Oh, got a flipping the nose cone. It's hitting the stand. There you go. Again, that's spinning. Looking quite nice. So yeah, let's get into transformation. Now, this guy's been out for a very long time, so transformation's pretty simple. First thing you want to do is come to the sides, pull out the arms. There's a tab right here and here that go into these slots right here and here. You want to rotate at the bicep, rotate the hands, then just make sure it's all straight. Pull up slightly. That's going to untab this peg right here from this slot right here. Then you want to shift it outward. Same thing on the other side. Flip up Wheeljack's head. Want rotate this piece. Or yeah, rotate the other half of the car, the front half. That's what it is. Yeah, rotate the front half of the car to where it's facing forward. Grab the large chunk of windshield with the Autobot logo on it and shift it upward. There's two slots right here and here. They'll go into these slots right here and here. Locks in quite nicely. But next thing you want to do is split the legs, shift this leg up, fold in the window and push it in. Then just hinge this section down. Same thing on the other side. If you want to come out, stop resisting. There you go. Then there's two final steps. Second step, or I guess the first step, is flip these around and straighten them out, just like so. And bam, we have the main part of our robot done. We just need to grab Wheeljack's shoulder launcher or shoulder cannon. This slot right here, or this tab's going to go into this slot, just like so. And we'll just give him his gun. And look at that. There's Wheeljack. Looking as lovely as ever. Honestly, can't complain too much. Looks quite nice. Rather dashing, I dare say. There we go. That's probably a better camera angle to go at. Should have been going at this, huh? We'll use that. We'll make sure to use that for future reference. But yeah, getting a look at this guy all around looks quite nice. Honestly, I do wish they made a new mold for Wheeljack. The Earthrise one is nice and all. Simple, does a good job. But I feel like its proportions are a bit off in the arms and a little bit in the legs when it comes to the G1 model. I'm going to say that's probably my main issue with it. Besides that, though, articulation's nice. Design-wise, looks great. I love the colors. I love just the details. Yeah, he's missing a lot more of those realistic kind of tachographs that you'd see on a race car, but he looks nice. I like him. We'll go over head sculpt first. Head sculpt, if you want to, there you go. Wheeljack's head sculpt is quite nice. We have the 3-prong system on the top, along with his light-up ears whenever he talks, along with his very just egg-shaped head. He has some very nice blue eyes in there too, along with the 3-tier face guard, looking as lovely as ever. Chest detailing wise, looks quite nice. Big blocky panel, which I think that's another thing I don't like about this Wheeljack. His chest doesn't round out. It's just straight flat, which kind of sucks. Because if you guys do look at the G1 model, it rounds out in like a more like oval, roundish kind of shape down here at the bottom. This is just a flat cutoff. I feel like there was a better way of incorporating that, but it wasn't. Which kind of sucks, but what you gonna do? The waist looks quite nice. Got some lovely detailing as always. So you got whoa, camera's bugging. Let's see. Come on. Is it working? Yeah, okay. Looking at the panel lining right here on the thighs is quite nice. The inside of his thighs have some... Come on, I know there's a better way of getting the lighting on this. Okay, you guys can't really see, but there's mechanical detailing on the inside of his thighs. Kind of like piston-looking detailing. But it's there. The shins look quite nice, having this sculpt work right here, making it all greebled, nice looking. We have some blast effect ports right here on his shin, right here on the forearm, and right here on the shoulder, which we can use blast effects on. Which reminds me, where are they? Oh, they're on the dresser. Okay. We can't grab them. They're out of range. You can see in this robot mode, though, they use a lot of his alt mode bits. For example, you know, the forearms are just the back, the rear end of the car, straightened out. His legs is just the front end of the car. Then obviously the torso incorporates the entirety of the windshield and the rear end's back. The transformation, though, as simple as it is, does result in a quite nice looking alt mode, which just makes this guy look rather stylish. And honestly, I love what I'm looking at here. Must say, it's quite lovely looking. And honestly, quality wise, the figure feels great. He doesn't really hold his gun too great, which sucks. And if I remember correctly, this is just an opaque piece or opaque plastic version of that Legacy Alita one, because her blaster, she I believe had this mold for one of her clear energon blasters. So yeah, with that being said, though, let's go into articulation. The figure's articulation is quite nice. Head can look up that far, down that far, but if you use a transformation hinge, you can get a much deeper look down. Head goes side to side, full 360 all the way around. Arms can go up that far. If you utilize the hinge in the chest, it can go up even further. There's a bicep swivel that goes about 90 or so that way, then about 90 this way. Elbows are a perfect 90 as well. 360 rotation at the wrist, just like so, which makes it quite nice. 360 at the waist. Legs can go back that far, forward that far, and out that far. There you go. 360 rotation at the thigh. Just barely past 90 at the knees. Nice ankle pivot, and just like Sure Shot, pretty interesting toe bend, which can go all the way like this too. So you know you can get some interesting movement. Yeah, like I was saying, this figure has some lovely articulation. Honestly, for excuse me, for a figure from Siege, The poses this man can strike are honestly some of the best poses I've seen. Just most figures kind of hit. No, it's something simple and it looks nice. I like it. And with the heels he has too, it actually provides a nice sturdy base to go off of. So he is most likely not going to fall. So yeah, we're gonna get these other guys transformed for size comparison. I'll see you all in a little bit. Goodbye. Alright, got our guys ready to go. So we just need to grab Wheeljack here, straighten him up, get him to look all nice and proper. There we go. And now, excuse me, what y'all been waiting for? For our first two, 86 Wind Charger for fellow deluxe class comparison, and 86 Wheelie. Next up, Age of the Primes Voyager class. Don't fall. Alpha Trion, and 86 Optimus Prime. And this is making me realize how big Optimus is. Damn, he's a tall dude. Yeah, a little spin around. Oh, Prime decapitated himself. Okay. 1 second. Alright, once we got his head, then over here, looking like a little rat, all shriveled up and dead. You know, just gonna put him there. Grab the head. Just gonna take you all off the table right now since I'm already here. Alrighty. Well, I'll fix you in a little bit, Optimus. Next up for size class is Commander Class Superion. So we'll get you over here. I guess we'll bring you close. Prepare the camera. Get... Oh my god. Get Superion here. Alright. Get a look at that. Well, hello, good sir. But yeah, I'd say that's about it for today's. I'd say that's about it for today's video. So yeah, final thoughts on Wheeljack. Good figure. It's honestly a decent mold. Is it perfect? No, not by a long shot, but it's a decent mold. Clearly used for a reason. It's nice. It's a nice mold. Figure feels decent enough. Mold degradation is kind of setting in. Some joints are a little looser than I wanted, but it's fine to me. You know, I feel like the window should have been fixed, but what you gonna do? So yeah, like I just said, that's about it for today's video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you, and goodbye.